Yes, okay. In the last sessions here, we have seen basic installation. We have seen in general, installation is a two-step process. Okay, so one is what uh, yeah, one is here like first step is what we have to install SQL Server. Now, 1 second. Yes. Yeah, I think yeah, 15.0, Atik is asking one question. 15.0 is 2019 version. Yes. Danish is saying I have some doubts on basic installation. Yeah, we'll see that. I will show you once again, Danish. Just we'll see at the end. Okay. If you are getting any errors while installation. Right. Basically, sir, like basic installation is what to install SQL Server with the default features actually. Okay, default features means database engine. To install SQL Server with the database engine, we are going with basic installation. Okay, right. So actually, remember, it is not. We are not doing basic installation in real time. Okay, right. Just to start practice. To start what practice, we have to go with what basic installation. Yes, okay. uh, yeah, see, like as part of installation we have seen, it is a two-step process, right? First steps here, like we have to install database engine, DB engine. Second step is what? Install SSMS. And see, this SSMS we are installing only one time per machine. Okay, per machine, or we can say per server, we are installing this database engine only. SSMS is what tool, right? Just we are installing only one time, but database engine we can install here multiple times. Maximum here 50 times or 50 times we can install database engine, but SSMS we are installing here one time per version. Okay, generally latest version latest version DB engine, sorry, SSMS will maintain. Latest version SSMS will maintain. Okay, in general. Right. Okay. So yeah. So check here, like we have seen that we can download the software freely from Microsoft website. Right. So if I say like just SQL Server 2019, already we know like currently Microsoft is working on 2022. Okay, generally our next version. But right now we are using 2019. Okay, our latest version is what? 2019 only right now. Okay, check here, free download. After that, so we can click, yeah, click here, try SQL Server 2019. Okay, select this on premises, click on download. So here, see, just installation startup file is downloaded here. Click on that file, installation startup. Okay, so after that's here, like it is asking, yeah, uh, which you want to go with which type of installation. Okay, so basic installation or custom or download media. Actually, we can download the softwares here by using what? Download media. We can install later at any time after downloading. Okay. So just share evaluation edition. Evaluation edition supports all features of SQL Server, but this is only for learning or testing purpose. Okay. Evaluation edition is not for production environment, only for learning or testing purpose. Suppose let's say tomorrow you want to practice SQL Server. How you can practice? We can't purchase, right? As a student or for testing. That's why we can use this evaluation edition, which is a 180 days free edition. 180 days free edition. But remember, mostly we'll go with yeah, same enterprise edition only in real time, so that we can, yeah, we can have all the features of SQL Server. Okay, let's say I'm going with basic installation just to start practice. Actually, just I'm going with basic installation. Accept here. Default location is there. C program files Microsoft SQL Server. But remember, in real time, we are not going to install in C drive. We'll use separate drive in real time. Okay, we'll see that. Yeah. So in real time, how we are doing installation, I will show you later after 1-2 classes. Okay, check here. Just click on install button. In general, remember, first it will download the software. If already software is there in the downloads folder, directly it will start installation. If the software, see, already software is there in my machine. That's why immediately started installation process. One question is there, by mistake I have installed in C drive. No, for practicing you can install anywhere, Danish. Okay, but in real time we are not going to install in C drive. It will use separate drive. Okay, yeah. Check here, installing SQL Server. In a fresh machine, remember, it may take 10 to 15 minutes time, for example, in a fresh machine. But in yeah, once we install next time onwards, second time onwards, remember, it takes less time, 2 to 5 minutes maximum. Second time onwards, here 2 to 5 minutes time maximum it will take. Okay, right. Okay, okay. It is going on installation. Very simple steps are there. See, what instance name, instance ID. Okay, so login name, all these are automatically taken with default values. All these are installed, instance is installed with the default values. Okay. Okay, still going on. Yeah, check here, almost all completed. Okay, done successfully. So after that, we can click on install SSMS. Once we click on install SSMS, just we'll get the download link actually. Click here, we can download. Okay. Yes. After downloading, same thing, just double click on that. We'll get the wizard, just 1-2 steps. SSMS is also installed. SSMS is also installed. Okay. Before starting SSMS installation, first we have to close this. Right. After once you say close, yes. Actually, our instance is ready. Means we have generally remember whenever we install SQL Server one time, we are calling it as one instance. One instance. Whenever we install SQL Server one time, we are calling it as one instance. Instance is nothing but one copy of SQL Server. Instance is nothing but what? One copy of SQL Server. Okay. In general, remember, whenever we install SQL Server, okay, so automatically instance is created. Okay, check here. Now, already in my machines here, SSMS is there. After once the SSMS is installed successfully, just type SSMS. Okay. Yeah, click on here, Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now say like after that, once it is done, check here now. We can see here, see server name, browse for more. Okay, we can check here, browse for more. So here we can see the instance names here, database engine. Yeah, just now here this instance was installed here. Okay, 03. Right? Yes. Okay. So the instance is installed successfully. Then just select the instance. Okay. Connect. Okay. Connected successfully. Okay. Once it is connected successfully, next, next steps here. For example, once it is connected successfully, now here we can work with the instance. Okay. Basically, here it is a fresh instance. There are no databases here. Okay, it is a fresh instance. That's why there are no databases. Okay. Right. Okay. So that is like how we are installing. Very simple steps are there. And we know already to check which version we have installed. Right now, say 15.0 version means actually it is a 2019 version. 15.0 version or we can right click, we can take new query. We can use the command also. See. Mhm. Okay. Yeah, check it. 2019 version, 15.0 versions here. Okay. Yeah, these are the very simple steps are there here to install SQL Server. We have very simple steps. Okay. Next one's here yeah, we'll continue our next concept. I think any doubts are there in the installation. Try one time, all the people. So whenever you are free, try to install SQL Server. If any doubts are there, send me the WhatsApp message. I think Rajan or Venki. Yeah, Venkatesh for you, right? It is. I think you have sent the message. Yeah, just you click on install SSMS, close, and after downloading SSMS, continue SSMS installation. Okay, what is the next step you ask? I think. Okay, right. Yeah, yeah. If it is asking to restart, restart one time. Always remember as a best practice. Remember after installing SQL Server, after configuring SQL Server, remember always best practice to restart the machine. Restart the machine one time, server one time, server one time. Here, better to restart the machine one time. Okay, as a best practice. Right. Okay. Then what I will do, I will upload the. I think some people has already registered. I will grant the permission. Today, actually, I will upload all the recordings material after this class. Okay. I will upload the material, means module one soft copy plus till now what we have discussed, like all the classes I will upload. Okay. Right. Still, if somebody has not registered, if you are interested to continue, please register. Now I will share you the recordings, okay, through the private link. Right. Okay. Check it like regular activities already we know. Just once again, there should be no downtime. Okay. We are responsible for downtime. Means if anything happen, yeah, means we are responsible as a DBA. We need to take care. Okay, there should be no downtime. Always servers should be up and running. In general, remember to avoid the downtime or to minimize the downtime, we are going with high availability features. High availability features. Okay, we are going with what? High availability features like log shipping, mirroring, always on these features. Sorry. Then there should be no security related issues. Okay, no data loss. Okay, so once again, remember to avoid the data loss scenario. We are working with we are scheduling the backups. Sorry, we'll schedule the backups actually to avoid the data loss scenarios. Okay, so as well as we'll use the DR setup like always on or mirroring. The same way said, there should be no performance issues, no connectivity issues. Okay, installing and configuring SQL Server, installing and configuring SQL Server. But remember, like installations and configurations, these are what? So these are not our regular activities, right? These are not our regular activities, but whenever a new project is there, generally we are going with installations and configurations. Okay. Next here, patching SQL Server. Patching is one of a regular activity. Patching is nothing but remember applying the updates. Patching is nothing but what? Updating SQL Server. Updating SQL Server. There's nothing but what? Patching. Generally, we have seen in our Android, iOS will get updates, right? Yeah, same thing here. We have patches option is there, patching option is there, which is similar to updates. Okay, we'll see that it is one of a regular activity. Like whenever the patch is released, what we'll do, we'll test the patch in test server. Okay, after testing the patch in test environment, then what we'll do, we'll apply in the production. Okay, but we'll see what are the common steps we'll follow to apply the patches. Okay, in real time, what steps we are following. Sir, what I'm discussing, yeah, by saying real time, the same thing we have to discuss in the interview. Okay, so whatever I'm saying, the same thing we can discuss in the interview also. This is how we are doing patching, for example. Okay, just for if any doubts are there, any queries are there, feel free to ask immediately. Okay, right. Okay. Next year, like patching SQL Server, we'll see monitoring error logs. In general, remember, whenever any issue is there in SQL Server will write very clear message in the error log. Error log. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So that is like here see, after connecting to SQL Server through SSMS, we can see the error logs here. See, under management, we have SQL Server logs. In Oracle, I think alert logs are there. Here we have error logs. Okay, this is taking time. I think I have to stop some other servers. Actually, for clustering, to show the clustering practically always on for my morning batch, I have made the setup ready with the servers with VMware. With VMware, remember, we can create multiple servers actually. Okay, just I will stop it. I think it is taking down. We'll see that later how we can set up what cluster everything. Okay, right. So check it. Error logs we can see here. See under management we have SQL Server logs. Here we have current logs here. Current archive 1, archive 2, like this. And these are the error logs. Right. Right. Okay. So uh, Yeah. So like here see, we can double click on this current log. We can see if any errors are there. We'll see that in detail. We'll discuss about the error logs, how we can check. Okay. But remember, tomorrow anything happen, tomorrow like log shipping fail, mirroring fail, backup fail, anything happen, remember, first step is what? Checking the error log. Okay. Right, right. So like yeah, we'll see. Then scheduling means all the schedules are working fine or not. Okay, means what? Like if something happen, it means like generally remember we'll schedule what? We'll automate the tasks actually. Will automate the tasks actually for automation, remember, we'll use something called jobs like maintenance plans. All these are working fine or not. Yeah, we have to verify. Right, right. Yeah, yeah. So like these are see, some common responsibilities. Are there various versions are there here from 1.0 onwards? So many versions are there. Like we have 8.0, like 14.0. 14.0 is 2017 version. After that, we have 15.0, 2019 version. Okay, right. But remember, still most of the organizations are using 14, 16, 19 versions. Actually, for 2012, we have seen, this July, this year, July, extended support is going to end. That's why we have almost all the servers which are there in 2012. We have upgraded to 16 or 17 or 19 already. Depends on the application compatibility. Okay, right. Yeah, he just is saying, is it one of a job of DBA to create logins? Yes, yes, he just why because generally application team will ask us to create some logins. We'll create and we'll give the access. That will see in the security concept. Okay, right, right. Right. Okay. Then, like this, here different versions are there in SQL Server. But today, tomorrow means what? Tomorrow, once you enter in the organization, you will work with 14, 16, 19 most of the times. But whatever the like new servers we are building, new servers we are building, remember, with 2019 version, right? Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah. Mm. Okay. Next year, like, yeah, basically we know, right? SQL is a common database language. Already we have discussed, right? Which is supported by every RDBMS. Actually, it was developed by IBM, but it is a open source language. Actually, means what? Any company can use what SQL in their products. Right. Right. Yeah. So this is one of a non-procedural language developed by IBM. Common database language supported by every RDBM is case insensitive. Basically, remember SQL commands are what? Not case sensitive. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Check here like in general, whenever the application is submitting query to SQL Server will process the command by using which command? SQL commands. And we know that actually data is there in the form of a database. Okay. In general, remember, like in database, we have some storage levels are there in database. Actually, we'll see database architecture. I will show you later. We have physical architecture and logical architecture. Okay. But in general, briefly, we have to understand here. Logically, a database is logically collection of objects, nothing but like tables, views, stored procedures, everything. Whereas a database is physically collection of files. Okay, physically what? Collection of files. Yeah. So that is like a yeah, two types of say like means logically collection of objects, physically collection of what? Files. That's why remember, like in general, remember we are working with these physical files actually. We have like mainly two types of files are there here in database: data files and transaction log files. Data files and transaction log files actually. Okay, right, right. Okay, so that is like two types of files are there, so data files and log files. Okay, we'll see that one in detail later. Okay, so that's why remember, like basically, like data is there permanently in the database. SQL Server is what? Just a software through which we are working with what? Databases. Okay, right, right. Okay, so next year, like SQL Server 2005 onwards, here we have one feature called CLR integration. CLR is nothing but remember common language runtime. Common language runtimes here. Okay, right, right. So that is like yeah. So that is like yeah. Here, see, basically here in SQL Server, we have two programming options are there. One is T-SQL, one is .NET languages. Okay, two programming options are there, T-SQL and .NET languages. Okay, so T-SQL is a default programming language of SQL Server. Default programming language. Okay, so means what? Our developers will write the programs with what? T-SQL, but if you are unable to implement some business logic with T-SQL, okay, yeah. So T-SQL, then remember, our developers can use what? .NET languages. .NET languages. Right, right. Okay. So yeah, so check here, like that's why means the code which is written with T-SQL is directly executed by SQL engine, SQL Server. But the code which is written with .NET languages, it is executed with help of CLR, Common Language Runtime. Okay, CLR means what? Common Language Runtime. Basically, it is a runtime to run the .NET languages. To run the .NET languages. Right. Right. Okay. So that is like a Okay. Uh, yeah, no problem. I think yes. Okay, that is like two types of options are there. Programming log options are there here. Okay, generally say like any features here, like we can enable or disable as a DBA. If want to enable some server level feature, like if want to configure memory, okay, anything. So we can configure here by using like SP configure, SP configure. Okay, right. Okay, so see here, SP configure. Uh, Yeah, see here, we have like various configuration options are there. By default, 25 options it is showing. Here one option is there, here CLR enabled. See, generally remember like minimum value zero, zero for disable, zero for disable actually. Okay, one for enable. Maximum value one means one for enable. Here. Okay, zero for disable, one for enable. Here. Right, right. Okay. So that is like yeah. So but run value only we have to check actually. Run value zero means what? The feature is there in disable. Run value zero means what? Feature is there in disable. Sure. Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that is like but see like right now yeah, check it like now what I will do, I will yes, here SP configure feature name, comma, we can say one for enable, zero for disable. Right now, say right run value zero is there means what feature is there in disable mode. We can enable the feature one time here. Okay, yeah. Say change from zero to one. Change from zero to one. Feature is what change from zero. Right, right. Okay. Now check here like we can verify here whether the value is changed or not by running. We can see SP configure. If I run, we'll see, we'll get all the features. Now see, only config value is changed, still run value is same. That's why remember if want to change run value also without restarting SQL Server, we'll use a reconfigure. Actually, remember like most of the features, 80-85% features are dynamic actually. Dynamic means what? No need of server restart. Only few 10% features are there which are what static actually. So means what? Where we need a server restart. Server restart. Okay, right. Okay. So now check here like will say reconfigure. After that, sir, if I check this value, now, sir, if I check the feature, run value is what? One. Means feature is enabled successfully. Feature is enabled successfully. Okay, right. Okay. So that is like how we can enable or disable the features in SQL Server. Just remember only one point, SP configure. This is a stored procedure we are using. Okay, right. Okay. Or say graphically also we can enable or disable. Say right click, facets one option is there. By using this feature also, option also, we can graphically we can perform the same activity similar to SP configure. The same activity. Okay. Right. Okay. Check here. Uh, it takes some time actually. Yeah. See here. Facet equal to surface area configuration. Okay. Now here CLR integration enabled true. See why? Because just now we have enabled right by using the command. That's why it is saying CLR feature is enabled true. Okay. Right. Okay. So after that, say like now, yeah, if what we can disable here by saying false. Okay, we can select false here. We can disable the feature. After that, say okay. Now, if I check here, previously we have seen run value 1. Now the feature is in disable mode. Yeah, see here, run value is 0. Means feature is there in disable mode. Okay. Right. Yeah, in real time by default here it is off only. So whenever there is a request to enable, generally will enable. Okay. Right. 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 Okay. So that is like yeah, how we can enable or disable the features. Okay, by using what? SP configure or by using this facet option. Okay. Right. Right. So okay. So that is next one say like right. So uh, next one say like yeah. So by using command, both the option. That's why in SQL servers here, one of a benefit is what? Okay. So yeah, one of a benefit is we have graphically we can do as well as like we can do by using what? Command also. Both we can do here. Okay. That is like a benefit is no need that compulsory command is required. Okay. Yeah. So now say like already we have seen previously SQL Server is what? Collection of 4 servers. One is database engine, IS, RS, AS. These are here 4 servers are there as part of database server or database engine. Okay, 4 servers are there. Okay, check here. We are working with what? Database server or database engine. We are working with database server or database engine. So, and we know already database engine is a collection of what? 2 main services, SQL Server and SQL Server Agent. Right? SQL Server service is what? To process the user queries. Agent is basically for automation. Automations here. Okay. Right. So let us say like yeah. Next year, like this is our integration service reporting analysis. Totally 4 servers are there, but our job is to maintain what? Database engine or database servers here. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. Next year, like we have already we know SQL Server supports 2 types of components. Already we have discussed workstation components are nothing but through which we are connecting and working. SSMS is our workstation component. Server components are nothing but services. SQL Server is our main service. We have seen SQL Server, right? Means what? Whenever we type the command, if I say execute, immediately SSMS will submit the command to which service? SQL Server service in the background. So that service will process the command. We are getting the result back. Okay, right. Okay. Uh, One question is that agent is basically remember for automation. Means what? Whenever you want to schedule the activities, like generally, uh, uh, if you want to schedule the activities, remember, we are going with agent service. Okay, to schedule the activities. Means generally backups are scheduled. Uh, yeah, statistics updates, reindexing, all those are scheduled activities. Those are implemented with help of our agent service. So agent service will do that activities. Okay, means what? Indirectly we can say uh, queries are processed by SQL Server service. Okay, user queries, whereas our activities like DBA activities are implemented by agent service. Okay, DBA activities are implemented by what? Agent service. Right. Okay. So that is like these are the two main services are there: SQL Server and SQL Server Agent Service. Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll see like what are the prerequisites are there to install SQL Server. Okay. Then we'll go with custom installation, how we are doing installation in real time. We'll discuss. Okay. Right.